You are not alone. That is the message from the National Alliance of Mental Illness. In the past 18 months, the number of Americans seeking help for things like mood disorders, we're talking depression, anxiety, all have gone up dramatically. At the same time, a new NAMI survey shows there is increasing difficulty finding an affording therapists, along with disparities in access to care. Joining me live from Boston is the Chief Medical Officer of NAMI, Dr. Ken Duckworth. He's triple board certified by the American Board of Psychiatry, Neurology, and a professor at Harvard. I know we have a little bit of delay, so I'm going to say good morning and go right into my first question because there's this new survey out and you have some important findings. Let's start with what you think the most important are.
Good morning, Angela, and thank you for having us here at NAMI. We were interested because of the growth of mental health as a phenomenon during the pandemic. We thought it'd be important to converse, learn from 2,000 people who live with mood disorders, major depression, bipolar disorder, postpartum depression, and their families, and learn from them.
And I understand that you found that some people are fearful of people suffering from mood disorders, which is interesting, this element of fear. We see that all around us these days. Why is that?
Yeah, I think we still have a ways to go in terms of understanding that these are common, ordinary conditions that impact millions of Americans. More than half of the people in the survey said they felt more comfortable talking about their mental health than before the pandemic. And the research shows that anxiety and fear goes down when you've connected with someone who lives with a mental health condition. So I anticipate this is going to continue to get better over time, but we have a ways to go because there's still a lot of misunderstanding, shame, and stigma around mental health conditions.
I know there are people, a lot of them watching this morning. You could just assume that maybe even half of those that are watching experience some form of this. What is your message to those that are suffering right now, that are looking for some sort of help?
You are not alone. These are common, ordinary problems. A couple ways to think about this. If you have a primary care doctor, have a conversation with them. Primary care doctors are one of the backbones of the American mental health system, and they often can do some basic assessment and refer you to someone. If you have health insurance and you can't find a therapist, call the number on the back of your card, ask them for help, and then create a paper trail. Health insurance is highly regulated, and they can't say we can't find someone for you. That's not actually legal. The other thing is to use support groups, people who are not professionals. NAMI has 650 affiliates across America, and undoubtedly there's several near you. You can find them out by going to NAMI.org or calling the helpline 1-800-950-NAMI to talk to someone who is interested in what you're experiencing and can help route you to some care.
Dr. Duckworth, we sure do appreciate your time this morning and talking more about this. And we'll see you soon, maybe. And for more information about the National Alliance of Mental Illness and how to find help, fox59.com/links.